Hello everyone, what is going on? My name is the Newbie Warrior and welcome back to my K-pop reaction channel, and today I'm very excited. I am finally going to be bringing you my reactions to Aizwon's, what's it called? Number 4, let me read it. One Reeler / Act 4. This is an album that their title track was like the very last thing I reacted to before I had to take, the like 2-week hiatus of like nothing on the channel. And then, I just haven't had time. I've been streaming, this week I got a little bit of time, so I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna make you guys wait the whole month till everything's back. I do have time right now to do an album reaction. This will be on YouTube, but I'm not gonna intro each video separately. So all of the videos from now on are just gonna say, and the next song is, and then we're just gonna keep going. So, basically I'm gonna film this as one video and then cut it into little pieces. That's easier for me. Wish I could post the whole thing, but YouTube copyright is not a fan of that, and specifically, since Aizwon is what I got dinked on before with copyright, I'm especially nervous about Aizwon. So, yeah, let's go. This is, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. I'm assuming it's French. You know what? For the lulz, let's try and pronounce it. Mise-en-Scène. There we go. I butchered it. If anybody speaks French, you are now horribly offended and will never come back to my channel. Let's go. Aizwon's music is really good, by the way. Blue Eyes is one of my favorite, remains one of my favorite albums from 2020. I'd say it probably ends up in a top 5 list. Definitely a top 5 list, actually. So, yeah. So, I expect good things. And if the voices are wrong here, by the way, I'm just gonna go off of the lyric video. I know sometimes these are wrong, but I don't know their voices yet well enough to just say, you know, it's this person or isn't this person. Somebody just followed me on Twitch. Sorry, but yeah, so I don't know well enough to say if it's this person or this person, so I'm just gonna say based on the lyrics, and if that's wrong, that's wrong. Ooh! That's a really throbbing bass. It's bubblegummy though. It's cute. Woo! Speaking of, so if that is indeed Yena, I really like her voice there. That does sound like Che to me. Ooh, whoa, we're like speed ramping here. Okay, we just went into double time. This is interesting. Okay. Mise-en-Scène. We're just gonna pronounce it like that. Mise-en-Scène. Okay. Oh, that's pretty, that hold. Da, 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 da. With the harmonies. Man, this is bouncy. This makes me really happy. Oh, the stutters. People told me I was gonna love this album. People told me, they're like, you have to react to this. And I'm like, I'm sorry guys, I haven't yet, but I swear I will. And already, dude, this is the same feeling I got when I first heard Blue Eyes, where it's like, the production is so fun and bubbly, but it's in very interesting ways. Many of you know that one of the things I'm most critical of is overly using repetition, like doubling, tripling down on, like the exact same notes in the exact same, with the exact same instrument sample, the exact same vocal. Repeated material is not a good thing in my eyes, usually. And so this is the same feeling of, there's so many interesting samples and everything's bouncing and it's very chaotic, but it's organized in a really, in a way that makes it pretty and fun. Like, listen to... Like, what are those toms? Dum, 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 dum. Like, that's such an interesting sample to hear in a song that's used in nothing like that so far. And then there's just the very pure, elegant vocal texture of all the members. Like, what is that whining guitar? But I can't sit still, you know? That was adorable. Was that a Tommy? Let me know who that ad-lib was. The yeah, that's cute. Okay, sorry. This is kind of... You know what? We'll save it for the next song. I was just gonna say I like Yeno a lot. Oh, like that vocal switch up. Do you hear how many different samples there are? We have this... Okay, I'm gonna try and break down like a short segment because I want to really explain to you guys how I feel about this and like why this is so interesting to me. So in this one little section, right, we have this vocal line from Che, my bias, incredible. Okay, so right here, so we have this Mise-en-Scène. Okay, and then she goes to like this low vocal, which is cool and not where I expected it to go. Okay, so already an interesting vocal that from the rest of the melody and tone of the song, you would not expect her vocal to do what this does. So already, I'm impressed, right? Like already, the stutter, and then here you have this almost Daft Punk-esque voice in the background. Right? Like this cool, like basically it's like, I think it's like a reversed voice sample with a lot of reverb on it is what it sounds like. And then you also have the main synth line, which is actually in unison with her voice, which is cool. But then you also have these that are kind of like playing off the top of the vocal sample in the background. Then you have your lower synth line, and you have drum hits, all going on at different rhythms. And it's like, that's just like, all I did there was break down like a 20-second segment of the song, right? And that's been happening in different ways through the last 2.5 minutes. That's why I love this. That's why I liked Blue Mise so much. The production, there's so much happening. It's never too much. It's always there for a reason. But everything that's happening on this song is a perfect example. And actually, I was just talking to my Discord about this, and we were talking about music, and people were talking about like how they feel like some reaction channels, like to me, to a lesser degree, and React to the K. Sometimes it seems like channels like React to the K, or like I said, to like a tiny degree, in me, I'm nowhere near as qualified as them, focus. It might seem like we dislike anything that's simple. And it's not, okay, it's not that simple is always bad for me. It's that if you're simple, you have to do everything perfectly, right? It's like, if you think about it this way, right? If you make dinner for your friend, right? And you only serve one dish, right? You only serve one dish. That dish better be the best thing they've ever eaten. It has to be so much better. Whereas if you serve a spread of different things that are all maybe interesting or they haven't had before, they haven't had with that pairing of food, or maybe it's a new recipe, all of these things, right? Let's say you serve 5 dishes, right? And 3 of them are really good, 1 of them's okay, 1 of them's even maybe not so good, right? It's way easier to have that wiggle room. Whereas if you only serve them 1 dish, if there's an issue with that dish, if there's something I don't like there, then you can't then it's all ruined. Everything is bad. If your friend doesn't like the one thing that you put all your eggs into, so if you make a really simple track with nothing interesting going on, and you mess up at all, right? They dislike anything. I'm gonna be way quicker to judge music, just like they'd be way quicker to dislike that one dish. Whereas if you have 5 things, maybe they really like 2 of them, and that's it. But they can say, hey, I really like these 2 things, right? So that's why you'll hear me be a lot more positive about music that is more complex and tries more things, because I would much rather have that than have something boring with one small mistake. Always, I will take 50 mistakes with some interesting ideas versus one mistake and no interesting ideas. If you do it flawlessly, the no mistakes, no interesting ideas is better. But you have to do literally nothing that I dislike. So that's why I guess maybe that can put you in a frame of mind of why I praise tracks that have so much interesting going on, but keep control of it. Obviously, you can have too much, right? These synth lines could be random. They could have a drum that doesn't fit. They could have a low quality clap or something, right? I would dislike that. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that the more stuff you throw at a track, the better it is. But if executed well, I give a lot more wiggle room to that. So that's why I love this song. Ooh, okay, so bridge into belted vocal. Okay. And we're building in this bridge, which is cool. See, once again, already, there's so many things here that we haven't heard the whole song that fit, but are completely new. So, like, first of all, the vocal, the singing style here is so, it's so much more, not desperate, but they're projecting so much more. It's so much more forceful than the rest of the song. A lot of the song has had gentle vocals, right? This is their belting. They're almost screaming, right? And so that, like, you have the halt, you have the belted vocal run at the top. Another halt. Oh, and like, okay, that's repeated material, but it's been almost a minute since I heard that last. Last time we heard this line was Che when I was talking about it before, right? So I don't mind repeated material when it's one line. I'm not saying you can't have a chorus that repeats in your song, right? I'm saying, but like the fact that it's been so long that this is almost like a welcome. Oh, I remember that. I like that part. Now Yena's doing it, right? And so that's a good repetition of material, in my opinion. I love how that's in unison with the main synth line too. That's sing. I love like the reverse voice too. Incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Okay. I'm gonna say this is I liked what was the name of their last album? Oniric Diary, right? Oniric Diary. I liked that. One Iric Diary. What did I call it? Whatever. Anyway, I liked that album. There were some really good songs. There were some good songs on that album. To me, this is better than any of the B-sides on that album. I think I still like Secret Story of the Swan better than this, slightly. Just because that song is very... But as far as B-sides go, this is by far my favorite since Blue Mise came out. Now, is this my favorite compared to some of the stuff on Blue Mise? I don't know. Blue Mise is really good. But this is a very, very good song. I'm super impressed. Yeah, sorry I kind of got bogged down in my lecture of of why I like diverse music and why I like interesting elements Hopefully some of that made sense to you. If you are a classically trained, if you're a musician, if you're a professional musician, if you worked in studio audio and you're just like, this guy's an idiot for these reasons, let me tell you why simple acoustic guitar is the best. I totally respect your opinion. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying I'm a music professional. I'm saying that's my opinion as someone who has briefly studied music theory, as an amateur level has looked at music production. That's how I feel about music. I'm not saying that's scientifically accurate to everybody that's professional musically. I'm just saying that is how I feel as a music enthusiast. Overall, let me know how you feel about the song. Like I said, I'm going to keep these reactions coming. I'm just going to end this song and start the next one. So yeah, I'll see you guys. We are going to listen to Panorama again, and the reason is because I was reacting to award shows yesterday, and Panorama came on, and I was like, is this a B-side? And people are like, no, that's the title. So clearly I haven't listened to Panorama enough. Sorry, it's been very busy. I'll try to listen to it more. So we will be reacting to the lyric video for that. Thank you guys so much for watching. My name is the Newbie Warrior. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day. And please remember to stay newbie. Thank you so much to all of my patrons, with a special shout out going to Wookbook, Daniel Rains, CJ, Bob, Lucky 7 Jen, Georgia Young, 42 Ariadna, Atsushi Ray H, Robert Phillip, and CJ Monasterial.